Hello and welcome to a new episode of Strange Places. We all know Earth is a special place. Not only because there's life on it, also because to this day it still tends to spill out its molten interior onto the surface. Of course, it is not the only world that has had volcanism. On Mars, for example, there is Olympus Mons, a volcano as wide as Arizona. But all these volcanoes on other worlds are not active anymore. There are only a few places in the solar system where there is currently active volcanism. The few places we know of is Earth, Neptune's moon Triton, and Saturn's moon Enceladus, with their cryovolcanoes that spray jets of water vapor, ice and various gases into space. So these are not really lava spilling volcanoes. But there's one other world with real volcanoes that is defined by volcanism. The yellow sulfur covered world of Io, innermost of the four largest moons of Jupiter. Io moves around Jupiter only 350,000 kilometers above its top cloud layer, and it is tidally locked. That means the same side is constantly facing the planet, like the moon of Earth does. From this side you would see Jupiter being huge in the sky, nearly 40 times larger than the full moon seen from Earth. It takes only 42 hours rotating around Jupiter one time. Io consists of silicate rocks and iron and is about the same size and density as Earth's moon. That means you would experience about the same gravity on its surface. The sulfur and sulfur dioxide covered surface has mountains up to twice as high as Mount Everest and over 400 active volcanoes that create plumes hundreds of kilometers high and thousands of kilometers wide, as well as lava pits 100 kilometers in diameter. Most of Io's volcanoes are not tall mountains but depressions in the only 12 to 40 kilometer thick lithosphere, the crust of the moon that is not molten. The reason for this extreme geologic activity is tidal heating. The moon is pulled between Jupiter's strong gravity and the one of the other large moons. The result is friction. It heats up like you would push and pull on a piece of Play-Doh repeatedly. This is a scarred world, known to have the least amount of water of all objects in the solar system. Jupiter's strong magnetic field also passes through Io. It orbits within a belt of intense radiation that in combination with charged particles form a plasma torus. The particles collide with the atmosphere and a cloud of neutral particles around Io. This creates an electric current in combination with Jupiter's magnetic field lines. The neutral cloud couples with Jupiter's polar region. This is called the Io Flux Tube. You can clearly see in the auroral glow on Jupiter where Io is coupled, due to all these interactions of charged particles. The whole sky of Io can show auroras in various colors, not only the polar regions. Several space probes were able to take pictures of this amazing moon. One of the largest features on the surface is Volcano Pelée, with the orange-colored deposits spread over 1,000 kilometers. The discovery of the Pelée plume by the Voyager 1 probe in March 1979 confirmed the existence of active volcanism on Io. Then there is Loki, the largest volcanic depression, 202 kilometers in diameter. It contains an active lava lake. Sometimes the crust solidifies, sometimes it breaks and melts. Tvashta is a volcanic region near the North Pole. Its plumes were recorded in February 2007 by the New Horizons probe on the way to Pluto. It is clearly visible through background light from the Sun. Here we can see the incredible size of the eruptions in relation to the Moon. The best images we got are from the Galileo probe in the late 90s. But unfortunately it did not work to full capacity. There would have been a lot of better images we could have had. Anyway, we know a lot about this crazy moon. And for me it is amazing to think there is a place right now where you could stand on the yellow shore of a gigantic lava lake, with a huge Jupiter up in the sky and a glowing aurora. And in the distance an eruption shoots material hundreds of kilometers in the sky, and it rains down over 1,000 kilometers. But right now no mission to Io is planned that would be able to take a picture like that from the surface. Next we will send probes to Jupiter's moons Ganymede and Europa. I'm sure it will be amazing, and I understand why Europa is more interesting, as there might be a liquid water ocean beneath its ice crust, 3 times the volume of Earth's oceans. Best chance for finding life elsewhere in the solar system. It is easy to see why we must go there first, but in the meantime I will dream of the view on a moon that shows us what amazing places might be out there. I'm on 1415 and the real world is incredible.